morning, everybody. It is a wild morning here on the place. I am trying to take Ringo out for his very first morning check. I cannot get all three of us in the camera. Morning check on the four-wheeler with Fancy and the cows, which is a lot to hold on to, especially when you get a hold of a camera. But I thought I would do my intro here. Yesterday, the wind was blowing 30 miles an hour and it was cold and windy, and we were trying to build some fence. We have actually had almost 10 calves now. We're several weeks early. It's been kind of a very strange, bad calving season so far. We shouldn't even be starting yet, but everything is off. And there hasn't been any snow, so we're struggling with keeping the cattle out of the pine needles, which if you don't know ponderosa pine needles, which is what we have here, ponderosa pines, they are actually toxic they will cause abortions in cows. So you have to keep them out of the pine needles, which usually when there's snow, you can, it's not as big a deal because they won't go digging through the snow to find the dropped pine needles. But we've actually been so warm that we have a little bit of green grass growing underneath our pine trees. And so they're rummaging through the pine needles to find the green grass. And it's just been not a good start to our calving season. So that being said, we are actually all working harder to try to get everything ready for calving season to actually start, because we cannot lose any more calves. And we have a big Arctic wind coming in tomorrow. The tractor stopped. It is actually going to be a beautiful day today. I took the entire week off of the dog kennel for grooming because we were supposed to have 2 nice days this weekend, and yesterday was not nice, but we went out and worked in it anyway. And today is starting out so beautiful, it feels like spring. And this is how our weather has been lately. It's been like you get a really nice day and then you get Arctic weather. So tomorrow we are forecasted winter storm watch for negative 40 degrees and 8 inches of snow with wind. So that is just peachy. Hello, puppies. Hi. Yes. And we tore out all the fence around our house to put up the shop. We had to get big equipment in to move a lot of dirt this last year to put in the new shop. So we didn't get a fence put in because everything is on a timeline that's behind. Everything's just behind this year. I'm sure everybody else is experiencing that as well with shortages and delays. So we didn't get our building put up as soon as we thought. We didn't get the ground moved as soon as we could. So now we're in the middle of February trying to put fence posts in the ground, because when we have calves, they calve at the other ranch. Most of them. I've got 60 head over here that'll calve, but most of the cattle will calve over there. And then Fancy and I, and probably not Ringo, but maybe sometimes, we'll go over and trail the pairs from the other side of the ranch over to my house. And the pairs live here. So they calve, I keep track of the pairs, which works out really well because they actually like to calve. I love to calve, but they like to calve too, which is fine. And then I check on the calves every day, doctor the sick ones, watch them really close, just keep a good eye on the calves. But we don't have any fence to keep the pairs in currently. So we are working on getting some fence in so that we can get some pairs over. And of course, always on a time crunch. And then I went to buy some posts to put in our fence, and inflation has caused posts to go extraordinarily up. Maybe I shouldn't use that word. I think that's a controversial word right now on YouTube. But last time I bought creosote posts, they were less than $10. Now they are more than $25. So we're not using those. We've been scrounging all over the ranch to find any kind of posts we can find to put in this fence, because we're not buying new ones. That much I can tell you. So this morning we are going to run around and take a good look at all the cattle over here, make sure nothing is looking too heavy like it's going to calve in this winter storm. And then we're going to go and put in the rest of the fence. bit skitterish. We've had a stray. It could be a stray dog crossed with a coyote, or maybe possibly a cat going through. Somebody said they saw a wolf a couple weeks ago. I would say that's fairly unlikely. It's more likely a stray dog. The cows have been really jumpy lately, so I haven't taken the dogs out. And I haven't really even gone out because I've been busy and it's been really cold. And I just like, no, I'm good. We're a couple weeks from calving. I don't need to go out and drive around the cows every single time we feed them. I sometimes go in the tractor with Miles, but Miles looks at them really good. And so I need to start doing this every single day. Go out on the four-wheeler with the dog, or dogs plural. Usually Ringo rides in the tractor, but I thought today, since it was nice, he'd have fun on the four-wheeler. And get the cows used to Fancy again and the four-wheeler and being looked at closely every day. It's something they have to get used to so that they don't jump every time I'm out here. So we had a little jump this morning, but they're back on the hay. I'm going to put my camera away so that I can actually drive and look at the cows and count and not have to look at the camera as well. So I will see you guys in the yard when we go back to fencing.
I didn't like the rabbit had a hold of Mom. He got his growl on.
morning. Here we are. It is 3 degrees outside. And I thought I'd show you what the fence looks like with the snow on it. Because it was so windy yesterday. The wind came up so aggressively that I had to put the camera away because I couldn't keep the dirt out of my lens. And it kept blowing over and it was a mess. So I just put it away. So what you see here is finished product. This is the stretch you just saw last. There's 4 wires on it. We might turn it into a 5-wire. 4 wires is all we had time for yesterday. We kind of split up yesterday when we were working on it. So I strung and spaced the wires and put them up on this stretch here. And this stretch between the gates and the corner. And we hung the gates the first day, Miles and I. And then him and his folks worked on this stretch. I always find it funny how different people fence differently and what they think spacing and height should be in different ways, but it's okay, the fence is up. It's all a little different, but that's alright. And then him and his folks did bale yard. Here. I haven't even actually looked back here. I know it's done, I just haven't looked. It got dark on us before we got done. Oh, just steel's back here. So it's just an enclosed bale yard. Walking into the wind is a whole other matter than walking away from it. Wow, it's cold. This fence here's got to come out sometime this summer. Part of it's already down. And then while they were building the bale yard, I was hobbling this mess together. This fence is going to come out completely, and we're going to put in, we're going to put in a windbreak out of something. I can't remember what it's called. So I just used an old gate here instead of stringing new wire. Got a piece of bale stuff stuck in it in the storm last night. Some new wire, and then just some hobbled fence together over there, some cattle panel that I pulled out of the old barn. So nothing too spectacular there, but all in all, it was a very good, successful couple of days. I'm extraordinarily sore and tired, and it is cold, so I'm gonna go in and have some coffee and call my mama and see what she's up to, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.